Test, test. Okay, that's going to be really loud. Test, test. There we go. I've got audio again. So I haven't had audio for the last 20 minutes. That's great. I'm not going to go back over everything. Yeah. All right, well, fix the audio now. Need to make sure like Easy Effects starts up when I start. Wait, did I close it? Where did it go? Is it minimized somewhere? Anyway, it seems to be working in OBS, so that's good. Okay, well, what I'm doing is I'm trying to figure out why uh, I seem why the so like these letters on the cap of the water bottle should be like embossed or like it should be coming from a normal map, um, but for some reason it's not, and I'm trying to figure out why. If I'm looking in the fragment shader, apparently the fragment shader isn't using the buffer, which doesn't make any sense. Like I just have base textures. So, and if I look in here, so base texture index, base textures, but I don't, okay, yeah, so here's normal textures, uniform constant, yeah. Descriptor set to, binding to, but doesn't seem to be bound, which is weird. Hmm. Yeah, so they're not getting bound. Hmm. So let's see what's going on here. So at least in the fragment shader. So we've got normal index, normal textures, set to, binding to, and then we're getting it from here. Yeah, so all that seems fine. Hmm. But it should be complaining that I didn't bind a descriptor, because I should be trying to use the normal texture. Unless if it's using normal index 0. Let me try this again. So let's see. If I look in the fragment shader, what are your outputs or inputs or whatever? How do I should be able to view the outputs of the vertex shader, I would think. Yeah, here we go. Vertex shader output, base color factor. Okay, normal index 0. That's what's going on. I'm not actually using the normal texture because normal index is 0. So there's something wrong with the material. So first let me make sure. Yeah, so normal textures, default normal textures, image info, right? So I'm pushing back the normal texture. So that's good. And this is like the default one, and this is kind of stupid, but it's a good enough workaround for now. But then it seems like I'm not actually loading in the normal texture. Yeah, I should be pushing back, and size, so now size should be 2 minus 1, so it should be 1. And material, normal texture has value, and the water bottle definitely has a normal texture. It's right here. So let me make sure we're getting to this point. Loading normal texture. What's this? Oh, yeah. Close render doc. So, okay, that never ran, so I'm never loading the normal texture. So is fast GLTF not finding it? I mean, it seems like it. This is a GLB file. Yeah. Well, those are just all the buffers. So I should be able to see like normal texture in here. Yeah, it's right there. Normal texture index 2. This could be a bug in fast GLTF. I'm not sure though. Yeah, materials, normal texture, index. So it definitely has one. Let me look up the fast GLTF docs. Material. Normal texture, the tangent space, normal texture. Optional. Yeah. That's weird. Material, fast GLTF material, primitive material index. Yeah. So if we look here, yeah, this is just the first material. Also, I should probably pull all this code out of primitive and just have it load materials like I'm doing this up here. But anyway, why do we not have a normal texture? So yeah, material. Yeah, this is just what fast GLTF returns me. Material index, right? And so when it hits material 0, yeah, this is all one material, then it should see the normal texture. But apparently it doesn't exist. So let me look up the fast GLTF source code. Fast GLTF. Let's see, source. Fast GLTF. Let's look for a normal texture. Okay. Make this a little bigger. Where else does this show up? Texture info type, normal texture. Normal texture info. Texture info type. Parse texture info, occlusion, roughness metallic. Normal texture. Normal texture info. Okay, here we go. Yeah, material object, normal texture. That looks right. So, standard move, normal texture info. Yeah. Yeah, so it should definitely be there, but it's not, and I don't know why. It could be something I'm doing wrong. So material, hold on, let me start here. Let's say CO loading water bottle model. And then done loading water bottle model. There we go. And then loading material index. primitive material index. Oh, wait, now it says it's loading normal texture. What? Did I just miss that earlier completely? Oh. Yeah. Okay, it is loading it. Oh, man. It's always something stupid like that. Okay. Good thing no one's watching. Okay. So, yeah, it is loading normal texture, which is even more confusing. So let's say setting material normal index to material data normal index. There we go. So setting material normal index to 1. There's got to be some weird alignment thing then. Because it is being set correctly, but it doesn't actually show up. Because when I look here, let's see, pipeline state, fragment shader. So vertex shader, right, it's the vertex output that gives it the normal index. Yeah, so look at this. Normal scale is negative. Yeah, that's not right. So I definitely have some alignment problems. Base texture is 2, but normal index is 0. Definitely some weird alignment problem. Right, because, yeah, the material, yeah, like everything else in the material is loading fine. So, let's see, where am I even defining that? Is it in draw? Here we go. Line S16. Right, don't I need to set this to like STD 140 or something? Or is it 430? I don't remember. Since these are all like UNs and floats, these are all a whole bunch of 32-bit. Yeah, to do does this need padding? It didn't need any before the rewrite. Well, let's see. STD 140 layout. Or, yeah, whatever. This is fine. OpenGL wiki. Okay, where? I know one of these is for, okay, it's layout, alleviates the need to query offsets for definitions. And I could also use scalar block layout, but get to that later. An array of floats will not be equivalent. Okay. This layout works except for a few optimization and alignment. Okay, specifically, no longer needs to be rounded up to a multiple of 16 bytes. So an array of floats will match a C array of floats. Okay. So, yeah, so this is a vec4 aligned to 16, so that's fine. But there's definitely something weird. But UNs are also 32-bit. Very strange. Normal. Let's see. Let me look at the materials buffer. So, yeah, normal index is all 0. Okay, and then we have some weird stuff, but I guess this is from materials I've never set. I don't know why I have 62 materials, though. And why do I have 62 materials? Unless I just like pre-allocated some space Okay, yeah, I probably pre-allocated space or something. Yeah, all this is like normal scale of 0. And then I get some weird stuff. Yeah, AO index is nonsense, but I guess that kind of makes sense. Normal index is always 0. Base texture index is 0, but one of these is 2. Yeah. Alright, so why do I have so many materials? So if I go into draw, let me see, do I have anything to even commit? Close that. No. I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, and let's see what's going on with the materials. Fix me, not thread safe. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm only doing this on one thread anyway. Material alloc offset. Yeah. So if I go into renderer, I think this is where I'm creating the materials. Yeah, so I'm making materials buffer. I'm making a fixed allocator. Size of new... Yeah, that's the block sizes. That's fine. So I'm making blocks of size of new material data on this materials buffer. Okay. So when I call fixed allocator, okay, I'm just setting those, but I'm not actually allocating anything yet. So that's fine. So I just say alloc if empty, grow 1, then pop, then return output. Yeah, so you should only allocate one block if you're empty. Okay, but then when I grow, I reserve count plus block count. If count is greater than block count. Yes, that looks fine. New suballocation. Realloc to be block size times count. Yeah, so I'm just like increasing it by 1. But somehow this is getting called 62 times? Which I don't understand. Or, I mean, maybe we have 62 materials? I don't think so. I mean, I know the two-cylinder engine model is pretty big, but I don't think it's that big. And also, like, I shouldn't have all this e to the negative 45 stuff. Something's very wrong with this. So let me make this a little simpler. I'm going to get rid of the engine because that just adds a lot of noise. Alright, then I just have simple texture, water bottle. Yeah, so I basically just have box model, simple texture, and water bottle. Those seem pretty good. So let me close this. Make this, clean everything. Rebuild it. Go. So I can run this. Yeah, now that's gone. So I should have a lot less. Yeah, setting material normal index to 1. Yeah, that's fine. open up RenderDoc. And let's see what's going on. Here we go. So, okay, I'm drawing both of these at the same time. Yeah, that's fine because it's just an instance. Good. That makes sense. So then, in materials, okay, now I only have 6 materials. That's a lot easier to work with. But normal index is still zeros. Base texture index looks right though. Yeah, I don't know why there's these extra 3. So it's a little strange. And the normal scale here is nonsense. But I should have 3 materials, right? I have the default material. Yeah, that's all 0, 0, 0. Normal scale should probably be 1. Or, yeah. Probably needs to be 1. Or, I guess it doesn't matter. Base color factor, yeah. And sampler index, right? So base texture is also 0. And base texture is 1, base texture 2. Yeah, get me a material allocation, insert that into the model's material allocations, and then write the material data to the allocation. That makes sense. Hold on. If I just have... Oh. Yeah, if material index has value, but what about when it doesn't have a value? That might be causing problems. So, yeah, I need a default material. Okay. Or, yeah, that's... Yeah, okay, material... Oh, okay, I see what I'm doing. Yep. So up here, I'm actually setting the default material. Setting that to be the material allocation. But if it does have a material index, then I change it. But then does this do anything? Like if I skip, no, see, like if I skip this, then I'm still not doing anything with the material. But I do need to write something there, I think. Else material alloc. Yeah, so this is like getting the material. Material alloc right. But how do I know draw allocators? How am I tying materials to instances? I guess it's in draw. Yeah, material index alloc. Material alloc, write material data. Like this makes sense. But then where am I actually setting that material index? Or like, well, hold on. So let me look in the shader. Yeah, so I've got cold material indices. Okay, because since that's first instance. Yeah. GeoDraw ID. All right, and whenever I'm making a new draw, because it has to have a material. And so, yeah, I'm writing the material index. But then material index equals material alloc. Okay, and then when I create the draw, I'm passing in a material allocation. I see. So if I go back and model somewhere, yeah, I'm creating a draw with the material allocation. Okay, That all makes sense then. All of that makes sense. Material data alloc. Yeah. So I don't know why I have 6 materials. So that's strange. Yeah. So let's see this. How many times am I running this? Allocating material. Allocating material, allocating material. Yeah, so I'm making 3 materials, but I have 6 in the buffer. So that's not quite right. And then, can I get this thing's offset? Material alloc offset. Yeah, that would make sense. Now is that offset? Is that? I'm pretty sure that's in bytes. So I probably have to divide that by material size because I think I'm doing that here as well. Yeah. Cast a UN32T. Okay, well, I don't need to do that. Well, maybe. But I do need to divide by the size. So back here, divide by size of new material data. Okay. So this should tell me the offset of all the materials. And it should just say like 0, 1, 2 or something, since I'm only doing 3 materials, but I'm doing 1, 2, 3. Okay. But I do have the default material at 0, so that makes sense. Yeah, I've put this somewhere. I don't know where I alloced this. Where did that even come from? Passing it into model. So like model manager, do you own this? Who owns? Okay, yep. This owns the default material. Okay, that makes sense. And then when I'm making a new model, I'm passing that in. That makes sense. Okay. Then where are the other ones coming from? So this is telling me, yeah. So I alloced 0. Then I did 1, 2, 3. But then I still have like 4, 5, 6 in the buffer, and I don't. RenderDoc shows that I don't know where that's coming from. So there's probably something wrong with my allocation library. Push new suballocation. That's really complicated to fix. Yeah. Well, anyway, these are at like 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I load up RenderDoc, check this. Right. So yeah, vertex input, vertex output. So what are you actually telling me is the, or what am I getting? I want to know what the material index is. Can this tell me that? Materials. And I know there's materials, but yeah, so 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so these ones make sense, but then I also have 4, 5, 6. It's like I'm double allocating them or something. But anyway, 0, 1, 2, 3. And 3, like this normal scale is very wrong. And then the normal index is always 0. Again, doesn't make any sense. So if I go in a model, yeah, I'm allocating that material, setting material normal index. Yeah, so I alloc material 1, so I alloc material 2, and then I set material normal index to 1. Except it didn't get set to 1. Yeah, I upload the material afterwards. None of these are 1. Yeah, that's just allocating material. Oh, wait, hold on a second. So it'd be setting material index to 1. Okay, so it does this, and then it allocs it. So it should be 1 at 3. Yeah, that makes a little more sense, since the base texture index is 2. Yeah, and then... Now, it does seem like... Yeah, like, if that's the default... I don't know, whatever. Yeah. And it just has the one material, and then I just have... Okay, yeah, because here's default. Here's, like, box or something. And then this is the simple texture. And then this is the water bottle. So the base texture works. That's fine. Sampler 0, yeah, because it's a default sampler on the texture. That's fine. And then your normal scale is all screwed up. And then the normal index is 0. So if I look here, normal scale, what is this? It should be a float, right? Num. What is num? Okay, maybe there's some weird data conversion thing happening. But, I mean, it should just be, like, num is 1.f. Should be fine. So, yeah, might be something weird happening there, but normal index is what's more concerning. And yeah, normal scale wouldn't be overwriting it. That doesn't make any sense. Um, hmm. So what's going on here? This should all be fine. Yeah, normal index 0. And then normal scale 1. Model, normal scale equals the scale from the texture. Yeah, I'm setting it, and then it's not uploading right. So the solution's probably something stupid, because that's been all the other problems I've had today. Setting material normal index to 1. Allocating material. Yep. Yeah, it definitely got here. So it would skip this, and then it'll go here. Offset, insert, write material data. Writing material with normal index. Material data dot normal index. Okay, let's see what that does. Writing material with normal index 0, normal index 0, material with normal index 1. Yeah, it's going to... Let's go in here. Allocation. So like, yeah, so this is like GPU write. I'm just doing mem copy. That's fine. Copying byte size. Sub-allocate it, right, and I get like a, yeah, I get a GPU allocation out of it. So or I think get like a sub-allocation or something. What type is this? It's a sub-allocation from a fixed allocator and then GPU allocation. Yep. That makes sense. Yeah, the descriptor should have got the right buffer. So I have that fixed allocator, and then I am, like, it should write it to, yeah, I'm writing material data. And this would be sub-allocation right. So allocation. So sub-allocation right takes data and it writes it. Destination offset 0. Yeah. Data and then size. Okay, and that's like the block size. So that makes sense. And then it calls, what is it? Right. Yeah, where's this right coming from? This down here, okay. So that I'm calling parent right on destination offset plus offset. Yeah, which does make sense. All right, and so now this would just be writing, yeah, this would be writing directly on the GPU. This is what I'll call the GPU write, and it would say, hey, write, yeah, plus 0, so destination offset. Yeah, plus this offset, and this offset is what I was reading back earlier, and destination offset is 0. Yeah. So it's just offset, and then and that offset is what's showing up here for allocating material 3. So I'm writing to offset 3? No. This is after dividing. Yeah. After dividing, it's 3. So this is the right spot on the GPU that I'm writing to. Yeah, and then I just call GPU write. Reinterpret. DST offset. Source data byte size. Yep. That all looks right. So I can open up a debugger and start stepping through. I don't think I have that set up on NixOS yet, though. Allocating material 3, writing material with normal index 1. Yeah. But then render docket shows 0, which doesn't make any sense. Material data, yeah. It's just a reference to this. So yeah, I'm not sure what it is. Like I can try printing out all the GPU writes, but that's going to print out all the GPU writes. But yeah, I have to turn off. We turn off like everything. Yeah, I definitely need to turn this off. Yeah, I'll turn that off as well. So we'll just move this up here. And then simple texture, I guess that's fine. Water bottle. Yeah, but no, let's get rid of that. Just try to make this very simple. Yeah, I mean, just write the water bottle, I guess. Just do this. Just see what that does. All right, so now I've only got that one water bottle. Okay, I've got the one water bottle. I don't think the normal map is working though. I don't know, I can't really tell. I think I'm on the wrong side. Oh, maybe it is working. Because it looks kind of... I need like a slowdown. No, it's definitely not working. Those would be a lot more bold. Okay, so load up render doc. Now I've only got the one little water bottle. Now, base textures. So what are you looking at? Yeah, but you still think we go into materials. Yeah, the normal index is still 0, even though it got the base texture index correct. Yeah, so it's writing to the correct location. It's just not writing the normal index. Doesn't make any sense. And then normal scale looks like nonsense. So this, it seems like this is an offset. This is a weird alignment issue, but STD 140 should work fine for this, since it's all yeah, or no, 430, or yeah, will not be equivalent. Yeah. STD 430 works like 140 except for a few optimizations. Specifically, no longer rounded up to a multiple of 16 bytes. So an array of floats will match a C array of floats. Yeah. I can try changing around some alignment stuff. So I don't know what else to do. So align as 16. Let's just get rid of that. Maybe that's causing all these problems. Yeah. And then everything else is just like 32-bit, whatever. I'm just going to open up another window instead of... Oh, you did not like that. Oh, right. So now that we've got this do, now I see, did it just freeze? Yeah. Great. Okay. Hey, I actually recovered that time. Yeah, I definitely need that align as. Okay. Definitely need it. So there are still some weird alignment problems. Now, does Vulkan default... What's the default block layout in Vulkan? defaults can is it the same, right? Like, what is it right now? Vulkan default block layout, shader memory layout. Here we go. Extended alignment, base alignment. Okay, so it's probably in 430 right now. Yeah, scalar block layout. I might just switch to scalar block layout, then I don't have to think about any of this anymore. All right, let me just make sure. Yeah, it's in here. It is STD 140. Float normal skip. These are in different orders. That's right. It's always something stupid like that. Okay. Base color factor, sampler index, base texture index, normal index, normal scale, metallic roughness, metallic factor, roughness factor, AO index, occlusion strength. There we go. This will work now. Yeah, no, don't recompile the shaders. Just do this. Maybe I can get rid of that align S16. I don't know. I might need it. Hey, I think that's working because now I'm seeing like, yeah, it's working now. Seeing like those something on the side of it. I really need to be able to slow down. I see that. What about the letters? Yeah, I can see the. Yep, it's working. Going too fast, but I don't know how well it shows up on the stream, but I can see like the light reflecting off of the letters now. Here we go. That's a little better. Do I not have a slowdown key? Let's see, camera. Move left, move right. Slow down key left, alt. Okay, there we go. That. It does slow me down a bit. Yeah, there you go. You can see there's actual still too fast. Yeah, you can see the light reflecting off of it, so it's definitely working. And then I just want to check it in render doc real quick. So that was the whole problem. I just had a different, always something stupid. Yeah, materials 0, 1. Yeah, I don't know where this is coming from. I should only have 2 materials. But anyway, yeah, it seems like it's double allocating materials. I don't know why. I probably need like a -1 in the thing or something. Okay, but yeah, all this is working. Save this capture, no, and then I want to see if I can get rid of this align as. Theoretically, I should be able to. I know I need align as. No, I might not need it here. I need it somewhere for doing on like the model matrices for doing like SIMD instructions. But does the camera look fine? Yeah, okay. Anyway. Oh. Let's see, do I recover? Hey, I've recovered again. Sweet. So that does work. It just takes a second. Yeah. It really does not like this being unaligned. So let's just make sure it's aligned. And I think what's going on here is like, yeah, I'm saying like grow one, but then it's like count plus block count. Yeah, I is less than count. Yeah, so yeah, I see what I'm doing. I'm allocating like the current, which I think actually that's fine. Um, yeah, I'm allocating like the whole current size plus one. So that's like uh, I'm doing like 2n plus one, which is fine because I actually do want to allocate big chunks at a time. So this might have been intentional. It's just a little confusing. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it's intentional. Yeah, that's working. And now let's turn everything else back on. And get rid of these debug messages. Okay. Get rid of that window. And let's go. Oh, still more debug messages to get rid of. But yeah, everything's working. Yeah, so I got normal's working. I have basic lighting. Made some really good progress today. I want to go a little longer. Is that not working anymore? I mean, I see like texture there, but it doesn't look like it's actually reflecting off the bottle cap anymore. Let's look at this one. Because I know... Well, maybe not anymore. Let's make this bigger. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely more readable now. Is that actually working? Like, I think it's working. It might just be that these are at not great positions. Yeah, if it's like head on the light, then it's probably not going to show much. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's good. Okay. Writing material. Yeah, let's not print that anymore. Where? I thought I was doing that here. Writing material normal index 0, allocate material 31. Did I just get rid of that and not realize it? Hold on. Yeah, I just delete. I'm tired. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, cause you see that texture on the side. So, I don't know. Let's see. If I just, like, disable... What would I do? If, like, true, or... Does that work? Make clean shaders. Make run. Yep, there we go. Yeah, so now... if I disable the normal map entirely, then I don't actually see those, I don't know what to call it. Yeah, almost really it looks like artifacting or something. Yeah, because this actually looks better without it. But anyway, that is the normal map. And yeah, and these letters aren't nearly as like bold now. But if I re-enable it, clean shaders, run, back up. Oop, that wasn't what I wanted. That wasn't what I wanted. Let me go up. There we go. Forgot which key was up. Yeah, see, now it looks a lot better, and I do have whatever this, because it's like a circle made out of lines. But anyway. So that's working. That's great. Oh. Off screen. So, let's see. Yes. 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 Yeah. Yes. Sure. Whatever. Yes. Okay. Um, Working normal maps. All right. It's great. Yeah, water bottle map. Actually, yeah, I don't want that. Whatever. Yeah, that's fine. How many of these do I have open? All right, get rid of that. Here we go. Yeah, one of these can do render doc. The other one can do running things. Okay. So that's good. Normal maps. Then I also have like let's see, close a whole bunch of tabs. Yeah, probably everything to the right of this I can close. So pull up the water bottle. Yeah. So in here with the water bottle, we still need the metallic roughness texture and the occlusion texture and the emissive texture. I don't know if we're going to do, I don't think the old render has emissive. Yeah, I definitely want metallic roughness. And really, I just want to hit like feature parity with this fragment shader. So yeah, I need metallic factor, roughness factor, and I do need ambient occlusion. Okay. But I did the hard part with the normal maps. So the rest of this should be pretty easy. Yeah, and then it's just a matter of like copying and pasting code, which is fine. Roughness, yeah. So I need, yeah, so there's images. Yeah, so here's like metallic roughnesses, ambient, occlusion, whatever's. Light position, light colors. Okay. So it looks like, fix my mic a little bit. Sound a little better now. Uh, uh, I need metallic roughnesses and ambient occlusion. Same thing, metallic factor, roughness factor, occlusion strength. And then, yep. And then I can hit feature parity on the fragment shader with the old renderer, which is great. And so maybe we can get that done tonight. I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, I'm back. So, wanted to get the metallic roughness texture and the ambient occlusion texture along with metallic factor, roughness factor, all that. Okay, so let's go back to model. And now, yeah, maybe I might just want to load all the materials at once instead of doing it like this inside the primitive and like checking if it already exists and all that mess. Maybe that might be a little simpler. Yeah, but I want to get, yeah, I guess I'll get this first and then I can move it out and make it simpler. Yeah, and there's still like stuff I have to do to fix some of these issues. Um, but for right now, yeah, so there's load normal map, else normal index. Then let's load metallic roughness map. Right? So with this, yeah, metallic roughness texture. Okay, well this is actually in your PBR metallic roughness. Okay. So this is if material PBR data. Okay. So this just needs to be if load metallic roughness, that's fine. Instead of this is if metallic roughness texture has value. And that was also, yeah, let me see all the PBR data. Material.PBR data. So I can have metallic factor, roughness factor, and these always exist. Okay, so there's metallic factor, material.PBR data, roughness factor. So, yep. So I want to say material data dot metallic factor equals this. Material data dot roughness factor equals this. And then now I need to load up this texture. So yeah, that's just yeah, that's basically just what I'm doing here. Yep. If yeah, this, there we go. Else, yeah, it's not normal index now. It's so normal texture. So this is material PBR data metallic roughness. Oh. Texture index, get texture. Global image info is right. And so this is now called, let's see, metallic roughness textures. Metallic roughness textures. Roughness textures. Here we go. Is that all I need to do? Because that's pretty easy. Oh, normal index. There should be metallic roughness index. And this is metallic roughness index. And then I need to set up a default. Or how am I handling the default in here? So metallic roughness texture. So I'm just assuming it always exists. Okay, it's not like here with the normal app. Okay, and that's metallic factor times this stuff, BG. Okay. Right. Yeah. So this actually only has 2 channels, but I'm going to have 4 channels because my image processing isn't great yet. Um, so that's fine. Then AOs. How many channels does this use? Just one? Yeah, just one. Just red. Okay. And yeah, I know there's other stuff about like packing. There's like other ways to pack these together. It gets kind of complicated doing that with the fragment shader. Um, yeah. Anyway, so metallic roughness texture. Yeah, and I mean maybe I do want to have just one big buffer of textures instead of these separate ones, because then that actually does make it a little easier for handling things like combined textures. Like if it's metallic roughness and AO or something, I don't remember. I don't remember all the ones it can be, but I know there are like combined textures, and it would make it a little simpler. But I'm not going to do that right now. Um, yeah, metallic roughness material, additional textures, normal texture. Anyway, whatever. It's not that important right now. Um, yes, this is the old fragment shader. This is the new one. And so now I need to load. So I got metallic roughness. And so the a default texture for this would just be, yeah, all ones, I think. So it's just I can just load a white pixel. I think. Yeah, right? Because then it's just whatever the metallic and roughness factor is. Yeah, if it's 1, whatever. Metallic and rough. What does this tell me what the default value should be? Well, those are 1, so occlusion, base color, metallic factor 1, 0. Base colored metalness, 1 is non-metal, 1 is metal. Smooth to rough. Yeah. Must be assumed to have 1. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, so I'll choose a white pixel for the default texture. That'll work. Okay. So let's go to the model manager. Default normal textures. Yeah, and then I could like, instead of having like default base textures and default normal textures, I can just put it all into one buffer. I mean, I technically could right now, but I'd like to keep it separate while everything else is separate. Just makes it a little more clear. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of room for improvement with this. Yeah, and then maybe if I do have it all in one buffer, then I might be able to do some stuff that's a little better with the unbounded descriptor arrays. If I just have like one big buffer of all the images. So yeah, I think that's definitely going to be the way to go. But for right now, we're going to have separate buffers. And this needs to be the white pixel. And I guess this could also be the white pixel. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then if I just have everything, yeah, the white pixel, then I can just point everything to the same default texture at 0. So then I don't even need to have like, there's no reason to have like white pixel copied in here twice. Yeah, so definitely a lot of room for improvement. Default metallic roughness textures. Really, it's just one of these. These probably don't need to be an array. Image info. Definitely room for improvement. Yeah, because I don't really care what buffer it's in, as long as it's in a buffer and I know the index of it. So should be fine. Yeah, and they can have different formats in the buffer. It's just like the descriptor, which is a pointer. So that's fine. Yeah, as long as they're all like 2D textures. Samplers, base textures, normal textures, metallic roughness. Yeah, else 0. Good. So that's metallic roughness, and then load ambient occlusion. So is there anything special for ambient occlusion? Well, let's just look in here and see. So there is, yeah, there's occlusion strength. Okay. So this is, it's not PBR data, it's material dot, specular, dispersion, transmission, normal emissive, occlusion texture. Yeah, so there's like packed normal metallic roughness texture, packed occlusion metallic roughness. Yeah, so there's occlusion texture, but shouldn't there be like occlusion strength or something? Let's just go with the occlusion texture for now. Has value. So if you have that, otherwise occlusion strength is 0. Textures, material dots, occlusion texture. Texture, AO textures, AO textures, metallic roughness index, AO index, else AO index equals 0. Okay, but I should have some kind of should be some kind of like ambient occlusion. Yeah. So occlusion texture. There should be occlusion strength. Okay, texture binding for occlusion maps may optionally contain a scalar strength value that's used to reduce the occlusion effect. Yes. 1 plus strength times that. How does that work? Is that I'm doing it here? Nope, I'm just multiplying it. So I'm not even doing that calculation right. Can you show me occlusion strength? May contain a scalar strength value. Let's see. Because material dots, maybe it's like built into occlusion texture or something. Let's see, sheen, unlit, specular, alpha mode, clear code, anisotropy, dispersion, alpha cutoff. Maybe called it something else. No, I think you just call it like occlusion strength. Anything else just seems like nonsense. Yeah, and this is just a texture. Occlusion texture. Yeah, but what if I go occlusion texture dot value dot strength? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So this must be material data dot occlusion strength equals this. And otherwise, I guess I just need a default value. So occlusion texture. When present, it affects the occlusion as strength, occlusion texture -1. Or yeah, so strength. So I'm just multiplying by that. Okay, yeah, that's fine then. So I just need it to default to 1, which is fine because I can just go here. Yeah, occlusion strength defaults to 1. Okay, great. Yeah, so I guess I don't even need to set a bunch of these if they don't exist, right? Like I don't need this. It's just a little more explicit, but yeah, I'll probably get rid of that when I redo when I pull all this stuff out into another function. And yeah, and get rid of some of this like code duplication here and here and here. Anyway, there's ambient occlusion, and yeah, those are called AO textures. So I think that's it. And then once I make the default AO textures, default AO textures, white pixel, push back image info, yep. Default AO textures, here we go. There. Yeah, only thing I think, like, if I put everything in one big buffer, and then eventually I have separate channels, then I would end up getting rid of, like, .rgb here, I would think. I don't know, maybe it's fine anyway, because, like, it's still going to pick out the first three. But I'm just thinking, like, because the white pixel is basically the default value for everything. And so... I mean, this one's fine because I'm doing an if statement. I don't know how slow this is. I might just, like, it might be faster to just get rid of this if statement. I'm not sure. But I can definitely test it. Yeah, then normal scale. Yeah, but like when I have different channels, so I probably still want to keep these just to be explicit about it in case, like, well, it's really from more like the, like here, ambient occlusion stuff to make sure I only get the one channel. Yeah, I think I'll do that anyway, because otherwise texture is going to return RGB stuff, I would think. Yeah, I would think this always returns like a vec4, and then it might just put like zeros or ones in place if it doesn't exist, like depending on the format. Maybe you can't mix formats in a descriptor buffer. I don't know. So I need to look into that more. Anyway, so model manager, AO textures. Okay, let's see if this at least works. I'm not really using any of this stuff, so it's not going to affect anything, but I just want to make sure it doesn't crash. Okay, we did not crash. Everything still looks fine. Oh, something's wrong. Insertion, metadata, it's empty. Some allocations were not freed. Right. And here, I need to delete. There's normal textures. And there's default metallic roughness textures. And then default AO textures. There we go. Good. Okay, and now I want to actually get it working, and all I should have to do is copy over the fragment shader, recompile the shaders, and then we're good. So we grab these. So get normal from map. Got all this stuff, roughnesses. Yep. That looks fine. I don't understand what a lot of this does. Yeah. So that all looks fine. And then in main, I need all this stuff. Yeah, just copy paste the whole thing. Then I can change it into snake case. And I can get rid of diffuse. Okay, and then light count. It's now light count. Light positions. Light positions. I'll leave these in snake case. Like that. We'll change like everything else. Like colors. base color factor. It's not base color factor. Images is base textures. Index. Sampler index. Frag text chord. So I should change this everywhere. Sampler index. Frag text chord. AOs, yeah, that needs to change. AO index. Let's see, metallic roughness texture. Metallic roughness is metallic roughness textures. Roughness index. I changed all these, I guess not. Okay, metallic factor, roughness factor, right, that's all the same. Yep, metallic factor, roughness factor, AO textures. Okay, so that all looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Okay, occlusion strength. And then AO textures, AO index, sampler index, get normal from map, get normal from map, cam pause, world pause, albedo, metallic, light positions. Okay, let's get world pause. V plus L, attenuation, those are fine. Then out color. Actually, I will change these around. Let's see, out color is like that, right? Yep, here's out color. And then this can have, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay. Clean shaders. Maybe this will run, maybe it will crash me. I don't know. Okay, pi undeclared identifier. Line 65. How is pi undeclared? Probably because it's declared up here somewhere. Let's see, did I get everything? Yes. Alright, I see pi. Get rid of those. Image index, okay. 103. This is base texture index. There we go. Hey, I think it's working. I don't remember it being so dark on the old one. Because theoretically it should look exactly the same. But now maybe the old one had some bug in it with the textures. I don't know. But that seems like it's working. How do these... How do the normal maps look? Looks non-existent. Yeah. I don't think it's working quite right. Just clean everything. Do this again. I don't think that'll fix it. Yeah, and that could definitely be like lighting positions. It did look really dark. So there could certainly be some problem here, but it's at least running. Yeah. No, no, no. Oh, crap. try this now. Right, so it is working, and we do have at least some kind of normals working. You can see it here. But everything looks really dark, and I don't see the normal maps working up here. So, yeah. Yeah, definitely not. Maybe there's some lighting? I don't know. It could just be the model. Yeah, but it very much seems like it's not actually working. Ambience. I mean, I don't have HDR on, so maybe I don't even need this. I don't know. That's even worse. Okay, I definitely need that. So I could have more ambient. But these lights should be working. Oh, you know what? I can probably try the this chessboard now, because that's a really detailed model, and it really shows off the lighting and all that. So let's make a model pointer. And model manager, get model, assets base path plus beautiful game GLTF, or no, hold on, game like that. I think that's it. Yes. Okay. And then ST game ID object manager add object. Yeah. Beautiful game model. And then let's get the object itself. Object manager, get object, game ID. Here we go. Now take this object. Yeah, I'll just leave it in its spot, and then I can move it around if I want to. Okay. I don't know if it's taking a while to load. Okay, I crashed. Interesting. Why did I crash? If mesh index has value. Oh man. Well, let's remove everything else and stick with this. Segfaults. Okay, so I segfault with just that model. So yeah, this might be a problem for tomorrow. Yeah, mesh index 0, 0. This is really screwed up. Can I see anything in here that might cause a problem? I don't think so. Mesh index. Yeah, like it's... Nodes. Add instance. Yes, I'm trying to add an instance of a node. Let's see. Is it down here? Yeah. So I'm going model add instance. Okay, so what about this? Mesh index. No mesh index. What? Add instance. Model nodes. Node of root node index. So up here? Okay. Model root node index value add instance. What? Model line 306. Okay, yeah, right here. And then you're trying to add an instance, and then, yeah, and you call this one. And then apparently mesh index doesn't exist. How did this ever work in the first place? Yeah, of course this doesn't exist. I haven't set it. What? Nodes add instance. And that's this right here. Nodes of... Yeah, okay, so the model loads correctly. Okay. So, yeah, the model's loaded correctly, and now I'm trying to actually add an object of it. Right, so if I go up here, go up a few more times. Yeah, model add instance, objects, and place back. Okay, so I did that, except I ran into a node that doesn't have a mesh index, but apparently somehow, which makes sense, right? Because I know in here somewhere, like there's nodes that are just for, can I get the node ID? Yes. Root node index value. Cannot value. Anyway. Well, yeah, because all these nodes have a mesh. Like, I would think maybe there's a problem if it doesn't have a mesh, and somehow I'm not, like, allocating the space for the optional or something, but no. They all... Yeah, they all have a mesh. This model is really complicated, but it should be fine. Yeah, they all have a mesh. Okay. But somehow, when I try to add an instance of this root node, then it doesn't have a mesh index. It's not even allocated. I don't know what the root node index is. Well, it's probably one of the first ones. P nodes. Yeah. to find operator. Whatever. Hmm. Why is this breaking? Let me see. Where am I actually writing mesh index? Isn't it way up here or something? Yeah, mesh index equals node mesh index. If node has value GLT fast GLTF node, and I'm copying this. What if it doesn't? If it doesn't, well, then it should just be a. I'm using this like fast optional library that I made, but maybe it's got a bug. I wouldn't be surprised. But they all have like these all have meshes on them anyway. Yeah. I don't see one that doesn't. I think something in here does have like a node without a mesh. Just don't know which one. We haven't loaded it yet. This is annoying. Because it's like it's unallocated, right? Like it's more like the node doesn't even exist. Which, again, doesn't make any sense. No, it's a root node index. Yeah, because this is flipping through that. Right, so I'm at root node index. So what about, can I look at scenes of default scene, cannot find operator. Why isn't this working? It's got to be some weird NixOS thing. Yeah, no operator star. Like I can't do anything. I can say p scenes or something, and yeah, m start. Some weird NixOS problem. I think maybe I need to add like the standard library to like Nix develop or something. I'm not sure. I need to figure this out. All right. Well, for now, so that's probably a tomorrow problem. I'm going to turn all this back on, but it's not actually working. At least, like, it doesn't seem like it is. I don't see, like, the normal maps or anything, and the lighting is really dark. I should have, like, specular reflections at least. And I want to get this model working because I know, like it has strong reflections and all that. Yeah. Make clean shaders. Yeah. It's very dark. Oh, yeah, okay. I do have a specular reflection going on. That's something. Right there. That is something. But yeah, like the normals aren't working. Like I could check the I could open up in RenderDoc again and look at the material data. I guess I can do that. Let's see, is there anything useful I can get out of here? Yeah, so here's this. Making 2 instances. Yeah, so it's definitely got the normal texture. Here's metallic roughness. And they're the same. That's weird. That's weird. I mean, maybe they should be exactly the same. But yeah, maybe I messed up the ambient occlusion textures or something. Or no, this doesn't even have. Let's see. Okay, it does have an occlusion texture. It's index 1. Okay, which is the same as the metallic roughness. Okay. Sure, I guess. Um, yeah. Does this mean it's like packed or something? I don't know. But yeah, that's fine then. It's supposed to be like that. Let's see. Base color, emissive. Yeah. What does emissive look like? Yeah, it's got like some text on. I remember that. And then yeah, so it's an occlusion roughness metallic. It's all put together. It's all the same thing. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because it's using like the R component. Yeah, yeah, like it's using B and G for metallic roughness, and then R for um, ambient occlusion. Yeah, so there's definitely a big case for putting everything into one big buffer. Probably do that tomorrow. I was seeing specular reflections. So something's working. I don't know if like it. No, it's definitely not supposed to look like this. So let's see. Where am I doing normals? Like where am I actually getting the normal from the map and all that? Get normal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here it is. So I'm getting this N. What am I using N for? Down here, yeah, with all this complicated stuff. Well, if I look here, um, yeah, what does the vertex shader output? So you're saying your normal index is 1. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it got all the right textures. I know that because I can see it here. So all the right textures, yeah, are actually getting used in the shader. So yeah, like it could just be the lighting code. It just looks like that, but I don't remember it. And I can switch back over to the other branch. Um, yeah, let me just do that real quick and see what it looks like. I mean, I don't have everything exactly the same spot, but it should be like, reasonable enough to look. So git status. Yeah, add all that. PBR lighting, metallic roughness, and ambient occlusion. Git commit amend. Why is this nano? There we go. Git push. Okay, then let me get checkout master. Make clean shaders. No, doesn't exist. Okay. And why git status? Yeah, whatever. Just build it. I want to see what this looks like on the old one. This is not the old one. Yeah. Yeah, here we go. But all this seems exactly the same. Yeah, so pull this up, run an ad, 2000, 1500 FPS. Okay, so everything in here is also really dark. That's broken frustum culling. That's fine. Yeah, so it all is really dark. But I do have this specular reflection, and I do have like normal maps working because, oh, maybe not, because that looks very flat, like right here. Well, I mean, maybe there's something. Yeah, so I think it's just my lighting code is bad. Lighting code isn't doing normal maps correctly. That may be it, because it doesn't look great, and everything's like very dark. So, okay, but if this is working the same as the other engine, that's like good enough for now. Yeah, like see, like that's like it barely looks like it's doing anything at all. And that just looks like screwed up, the texture on that. But anyway, so what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, it ultimately looks like this. Yeah, but like I can see in the bottom here, there's much more definition. Yeah, and there's more like reflections in here, the PBR code they're doing. Well, okay, can I look at the fragment shader for the GLTF viewer? Get up. Let me see what this fragment shader is doing, because I might just copy and paste it. Public. Did they like pack the fragment shader? No. Where? Viewer. Where is all the code? Is this just like import? Okay, I guess it's 3JS. Yeah, 3 add-ons. Import ambient light. I don't know. Yeah, it's not here. This is some front end for 3JS. Validation performance one. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Real-time render. Okay, so that's Babylon Sandbox. Yeah, like it's kind of hard to tell if that normal map's actually working, but it definitely looks really bad on the water bottle. So I would say there is something wrong. I just don't know what. I can look at Learn OpenGL. Yeah, let's switch back to rewrite. There we go. Clean everything. Rebuild it. Okay. So PBR. All right, put this here. PBR lighting, I guess. PBR model. Normalize. There it is. Okay. So yeah, direct lighting, surface model. Yep. So you get the normal, and then you get all these. Ambient. So our calculations are in linear. We need a gamma correct at the end of the shader. Okay. Full direct lighting PBR shader. Okay. Yeah, so and normalize normal. And I already know the normal maps worked with blend font. I mean, maybe normals just show up better with blend font. Maybe I need to put more lights. I don't know. Ambient. Yeah, but this is all exactly what I'm doing. Huh. Yeah, get normal from normal map. Yep. Metallic roughness and inclusion. So I should have like this should work. You're on the wrong, this one. Get normal from map. So what am I using for n is get normal from map. Yep. So I guess this is right. Maybe I just need more lights. I don't know. How does this handle ambient? Yeah, like down here, there's color equals ambient. Ambient is albedo. Yep, 0.03 times albedo. Where am I getting albedo from? Times albedo. Material parameters. Albedo. Where's that coming from? Oh, yeah. That's albedo's the base color. Yeah, that makes sense. Vec 2.2. Oh, yeah, this is like converting it into whatever HDR color space. I don't know. Something like that. Yeah. So I can add more lights. See if that makes things look a little better. But yeah, it still just doesn't look great. Like on the water bottle, it looked way better with the blend fong shader. Yeah, okay, but now okay, here we go. Here we go. This looks better. Yeah, now I'm like looking at it from the light. Yeah, on the side where it actually has some light, it looks significantly better. Yeah, like this text down here. So I guess I just need more lights. Maybe more diffuse or ambient light. But yeah, there aren't really ambient lights in this direct lighting. I mean, I can add them, but yeah, ambient times ambient occlusion. So like I can turn up ambient, but really the normal, it doesn't come from the ambient, it comes from the lights themselves. So let's see, if I have the big water bottle, the big one, so the scale 5, so this is at -2, right? And so that puts it, yes, that's y -2, right? And then this engine is at x5, right? So what if I put a light at like -2, and then like, I don't know, so that's -5 is like here, right? So like -2 and like -2, something like that. -2, -2, 0. Let's see what that does. So light count is 3. This is a terrible way of doing this. Yep. Light colors 2. I guess try to multiply it by 10 because it was so dark. Light colors 3. Or yeah, light position. So you need to be at what I say, -2, -2. -2, 0. Let's see what this looks like. Now, this probably makes all my lighting calculations way slower. That's fine. I'm at like 2000 FPS anyway. Or I should be. That looks no different whatsoever. Well, maybe this is brighter. Yeah, this is a lot brighter now, but like I should have a specular reflection, like a really strong one. Because there's a light like right here where I am. Yeah, kind of. You can just turn up the light intensity. But yeah, I mean, that looks better. About that. Yeah, but that, like, it still looks kind of bad. So, yeah, light positions 4. Use of radiance. Yeah. And specular. Image-based lighting. Yeah, this is really complicated. Yeah. Pretty complicated. Anyway. Shadows. Normal mapping. Right. Well, so light colors, right? I don't think this is going to do anything. But let's just see what it does. Oh, okay. Now I think it's brighter. Okay, but I still have like a strong specular reflection. Like it should be. Yeah, and this is like almost unreadable up here. If I look at the water bottle sample model, screenshot. Man, why is this so small? I don't know which one. X150. These are both horrible screenshots. Okay, whatever. Yeah, 10. I mean, I can make this like 100. Because I'm taking, where's this? Light colors. Yeah, radiance is attenuation. Yep. And then I'm using radiance. Where? Down here. To go to get the out. Yeah, that. Like how much it reflects off. Okay. Now it's very bright, but it still looks like it should not look like this. It just looks like very bright. I don't know why. Like I could try just not using the ambient occlusion map. Just see what that does. Right, really it's that times 0.03 I think is really the issue here. Let's just see what that does. Okay, now everything's bright. Everything is super bright. Yeah, so it looks pretty good down here. But then if I go up here, it looks pretty bad. Like it looked a lot better with Blend Fong. Yeah, it's still like it's like inverted or something. Let me turn this down. Yeah. So it seems like, well, it's not really ambient occlusion. It's like the times 0.03 thing that's going on. So why exactly IBL should change ambient and make non-texture materials brighter? Okay, I see. Yeah, okay. So I don't have image-based lighting, and that's why, yeah, because this is like half of a PBR shader. Okay. That's why everything's dark. Still, why is there this? It's left out as an improvised ambient term to the direct lighting result. Okay. So then, yeah, there'd be a much different way of doing ambient lighting. Where, yeah, you'd get this instead of 0.03, you'd get this from the background. Okay. I see where this is going. I just don't like how those normals look. it looked great with blend Fong. Oh, anyway, leave this alone for now. What do I still have? Oh, right, because I added the light. Yeah, that's fine. Add light. There we go. Let's see, I'm not quite ready to get off yet, but also kind of tired. Yeah, no one else showed up. So let me look on my to-do list. Oh yeah, I could like quit on device loss because I think that was causing some problems with like GPU hangs. It wasn't actually that I like killed the driver; it's just that I was still trying to render after I hung the GPU. Yeah, and there's all the descriptor manager stuff I still can work on. Compute shaders, that's a big one. Yeah, and then objects not actually getting destroyed, right? So I can actually do get and add. Yeah, maybe I could do that, right? Do get and add, and then I don't know, maybe I want like some kind of basic scripting language. I mean, at that point, I should probably just do like IM GUI, so I can like add and remove objects. That would be better than trying to do like a scripting language. Yeah, I can clean up that model loading as well. That'd be good. Recreating swap chain, yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's a few things I can do. Yeah, and then there's like I can do some const strings for like required buffers and all that. Fix this. Yeah, a lot of little things. I think this will probably be it for today. Yeah, there's no one watching anyway. I don't think anyone's watching the YouTube videos either, so just talking to myself all day. All right, well, that's it for today.